Franchisers are businesses that are already established with their brand. The most common example that even the curriculum uses is McDonald's. And there's a reason for this. They have 38,000 restaurants in over 100 countries and serve 69 million people every day. Out of those, by the way, 181 are in Colorado. If you want to start your own McDonald's, you will be a franchisee and will be the store owner at that location. The franchise is the license and the paperwork that you have to do in order to legally operate the business. There are a lot of good reasons, actually, to start a franchise. There's a lot of benefits, and one of the biggest ones is brand recognition. People know just by the name who you are and what you're selling. McDonald's, Sprint, Subway, Nike, Ulta, 7-Eleven, Walgreens. You get the idea. Often, this is the hardest step in any business. So by starting a franchise, the hardest step is already done. In addition, you're going to receive corporate support, which lowers your risks. Your products are all correct. Your training is the same. Quality control is intact. And anything else that's important to the business is already figured out for you. Finally, you'll already have a customer base that supports you. For example, Jimmy John's Subs currently has a 99% survival rate after 5 years with 17% growth. By having that customer support, having the infrastructure in place, and the brand recognition, your chances of survival in the business world are really good. With all of those positive benefits, there does come some disadvantages that you're going to really need to struggle with. The most immediate drawback is you have to have a lot of startup money up front before you can start your business. Unlike a home business where your costs are minimal, a McDonald's franchise, for example, is going to require $500,000 in assets. Things like deep fryers and, functional ice cream machines. If you need to build a brand new location, though, it's going to cost maybe $1 to $2 million, depending upon where the location is. There is also a royalty fee that you're going to have to pay each year, which usually comes to be about 5% of all of your sales that you make. And if you don't follow all of the conditions written in the franchise agreement, like customers all have to wear the same regulated uniform, they have to use certain equipment, and so on, then you could literally lose all of your investments and they will go directly to the corporation. Now, there can definitely be some scamming going on both by a franchisee and a franchisor. So to make sure people don't get ripped off, the Federal Trade Commission is there to protect both corporations and the franchisees. They regulate things, everything, using what's called a Uniform Franchise Offering Circular, which is a long-winded word to basically say a 200-page legal document. They make sure that there's no sneaky business going around, and they lay everything out for you. As you can see from the list of topics, they go over everything from success rates to financial and legal obligations and so on. Oh yeah, and the document costs about $200. So franchises do have some amazing benefits. They also have some pretty costly things that you're going to have to take care of. But they do offer loans and things like that for startup costs. And on top of that, there are some franchises that don't cost quite as much as others. For example, it is possible to start a 7-Eleven with as little as $30,000. Now, I know you're thinking there's no way I have $30,000, but if you were to get a fairly recent new car, even not the brand new ones, those are going to cost about $30,000 anyway. You could start a business for the same amount and get a loan for it. On top of that, They have other franchises that don't cost nearly as much, such as Super Glass Windshield Repair, which will cost about $10,000 to start. Jan Pro is a type of a company that goes into office buildings and cleans the place. You could start that as little as $4,000. And for those of you that love to travel, maybe start a traveling franchise. Dream Vacations is a very affordable franchise that requires only $3,200. Make money by starting a business that sends couples away for their perfect honeymoon, a family getaway, or a dream cruise with just the ladies.